Let's bring in former National Security Advisor to President Trump, Robert O'Brien. He is with us now. Sir, great to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
What do you think of that messaging, potential messaging from the president? Is it the right message at the right moment?
Look, the president's been very clear on this for a number of years, going back to the first term, that Greenland is critical to U.S. national security. It's a highway to North America. It's a dagger pointed right at our shores, and he wants to defend it. And to his credit, it's now on the agenda, and the Europeans and the Danes say that they will defend it, but they sent 20 troops. That's not quite what we were looking for. But he's already won, and now he's going to go tell them follow through, or we're going to take it.
Davos is going to be very interesting.
It always is.
In the coming days. So the president sent a letter to the Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre. It's saying in part, quote, "Dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars, plus I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China, and why do they have a right of ownership anyway? The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump." I mean, I think that the side of the Nobel Prize may not have been serious in terms of his mind, but I think it was a nice way to sort of prick the Norwegian Prime Minister. But what do you think of him sending a letter like that?
Well, look, President Trump's blunt. He's candid, and he's frank, and that's good in diplomacy. We want our friends and our adversaries to know where we're coming from. President Trump deserved the Nobel Prize. I said that years ago. He should have got it after the Abraham Accords. And the first year has been just extraordinary with everything, all the peace treaties and ceasefires he's accomplished. He should get the Nobel Prize. But what he's saying is, look, we need Greenland for Golden Dome. We need it for missile defense. We need it to keep the world safe. Not just America, but Canada and Europe as well. And the Europeans aren't going to do it. The Danes have had years to put troops there. They haven't done it. They've got 2 dog sled teams, which I'm sure are fantastic dog sled teams and great special forces. They aren't going to stop a Soviet invasion or a Russian invasion of Greenland.
You know what they say? They say diplomacy is the art of telling someone to go to hell in a way that they look forward to the trip. I think the president took out the look forward to the trip part of it. It's just the first part of that clause that's operative.
So undoubtedly there are U.S. security interests at stake in Greenland. There are financial interests at stake in Greenland. It would behoove the United States to have some degree of control inside the country. But at the same time, like the international community of democracies decided after World War II that we were kind of done, making moves to take control, seize control of foreign nations' sovereign territory. The only other people doing that right now in 2026 are really, I guess, Vladimir Putin in Ukraine, some African warlords like in Western Africa. It's sort of a relic, to put it mildly.
Well, so is colonialism. So the Greenlanders have a colonial master in Denmark. They were flirting in the first term. This isn't theoretical. The Chinese were coming in and trying to buy the airport in Greenland. They were trying to buy the ports in Greenland. We stopped that in the first term. So this is not a theoretical approach to the Chinese and the Russians to take Greenland to put our security at risk. And the president has said, look, the Greenlanders can handle their own affairs, but they need security, and it needs to be us, and we're not doing it for free anymore.
All right. Well, we'll see where all of this goes. Again, Davos. That's going to be very interesting. Robert, great to see you. Thanks for dropping by.